Well, hello to my private practice healthcare professionals online here. It is great to connect with you another week for some marketing insights that we bring to you as private practice healthcare professionals. My name is Dr. Derek Barron. I am a chiropractor. My wife's name is Teresa Barron. She is a physical therapist and athletic trainer. We own and operate Practice Insider's Edge, as well as our Grow platform to help you grow and scale your practice to new heights. Today, on our Marketing Insights show, what I want to share with you is something unique about QR codes. They're kind of coming back into fashion. And if you use a Roku, what's interesting is I've been seeing it as of late is they'll have a little commercial in between the segment, and then they'll have a little QR code on the side. So they're trying to get you to take action. The same thing within the Super Bowl. There was a QR code where people could go to see. So I want to show you how you can implement the QR codes inside of your practice. So I am going to add the presentation to the stream here. So hopefully you should see that we're going to discuss 10 ways in which your practice can utilize QR codes to market for more new patients. So let's jump into it, shall we? All right, so here's what we're going to cover. QR code and its definition, frequent uses today, using a QR code for your practice, 10 QR code placement and ideas to market to new patients, and then remembering your purpose as to why you would use that QR code. Again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. There is my wife, Terry. We are here to help you grow and scale your practice on as many levels as we can and as you would like. We work with private practice healthcare professionals from private coaching to group coaching, as well as in creating programs for you if you wish. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper in here. And if you have questions or comments, by all means, drop them in the comment section below. If you're there live, I'll try and get to them if I see it, or if it's after, I'll get to it for sure. So there's a quiet and overlooked square out there in the world waiting for practices to take advantage of it. And you may have seen it during the Super Bowl, gliding graciously across a black sea, changing colors as it bounced off the sides of your TV screen. It's simply, an unimposing, what we call a QR code. And it's ready to instantly and easily connect patients with your practice, increase your practice bookings, and build your personal and or practice brand reputation as well. Just even today, I was talking with a doc that I actually went to school with, Nick, if you're ever watching this, great to chat with you today, about how he could implement some QR codes in his practice just to get more reviews in the practice. So what is the QR code defined? The QR code stands for Quick Response Code, and it was first used in Japan in the 1990s to actually track parts during the manufacturing process. But why the sudden rise in population in the last 10 years and what makes the QR code unique? We're going to dig into it. So like a barcode, the QR code represents a visual set of identifiers that can be scanned and read on a device, but the QR code is more powerful and unique than the barcode. Anyone who has a smartphone, and let's face it, that's pretty much everybody, everyone today can scan a QR code. So it's also easier to scan than a barcode, as the square can be scanned from the top, the bottom, the left, right, even up to a 30% damage of the code itself. It is still readable. So it's very unique in that regards. Now, some frequent uses today for QR codes. If you visit a clinic in the last year, and I'm talking more of a full range medical clinic, hospital, emergency walk-in clinic, you likely use a QR code to get your clinic's list of services. You've seen this firsthand, how quick and easy it is to make a quick scan and get into your most needed health service without even a second thought. And of course, COVID caused that issue that was there. It caused people to try and even go into more of a mobile demand opportunity. So this ease of use makes the QR code an extremely and attractive strategy for practices today. And hopefully I'm going to show you some ways in which you can implement it in your practice. So QR codes can link to a website, a phone number, or an email address. And as you saw with the last example, they are often used to quickly give a patient more information about a practice, a service, an event, or anything else you can imagine. Their popularity makes sense when you realize how incredibly easy it is to package a ton of information into just one small code. So here are a few ways in which QR codes are being used in everyday life today. So list of services, Wi-Fi passwords. When you walk into Starbucks, you can place an order right there, contact information, link instantly to a social media page. Anything like that you need to use, you could do it. So again, you can simply put the URL to your Google business profile for someone to leave a review, put that right on your front office desk. And right there, all you have to do when somebody walks in and says, "Hey, Derek, I feel great. Just in a couple of visits, my knee's been feeling better. Hey, Tom, it's great to hear that. Would you mind if we could get a review from you?" "Oh, sure, not a problem." "Well, Tom, grab your phone and just scan that QR code for me." That's how easy it can be for you in the practice. So now, using a QR code for your practice, the opportunities are endless with the QR codes, limited only truly by your imagination. So as a practice is creating a QR code strategy, you'll want to consider the following. The first is, do you want to have a static or a dynamic QR code? So they're technically two different types of QR codes. They look the same, but they operate and act differently. A static QR code is a link to one location that can never be changed. Of course, you can delete the QR code if you want, but the URL, the code that goes inside of it, the link that acts upon once the QR code is scanned, can't be changed. A dynamic QR code is linked to a location that can be edited and changed by the practice after being created. So for a restaurant, for instance, their menu of the day can be added there as an instance. In your practice as a chiropractor or even as a physical therapist, if you're using supplements in your office, you could have a QR code up there for them to quickly order the supplement of the month or the week or whatever it may be. Purpose and destination. Of course, where do you want this QR code to lead? Yes, this could be as simple as a link to your website, but consider the possibilities. Depending on where the code is located, you could choose to send people to a landing page about the service that they have for clinic, a promotional video outlining your services, or even a lead capture page. And then the placement of the QR code. Finally, where do you put the actual code? Is it in a poster in a physical clinic, a tag at the bottom of your website, a card for marketing material? Find a placement that's unique and creative. In our conversation with Nick and his staff member Shelly today, she's like, how about if we just print one out and then we give it to them upon leaving with their receipt? She wanted to make it a different color. Anything you can do to make it stand out, but you just have to make sure. I personally think you want them to take action while they're still in their clinic, and you're asking them there and say, well, Derek, just take your QR code, just take your phone and scan that QR code. It's going to take you less than 60 seconds to leave us a review. So here are 10 QR code placement and use ideas to help with patient attraction. Number one is on infographics. Patients come to infographics for a variety of reasons that may not relate to you as a practice, but give them the opportunity to see what else you do and connect with the practice using of a QR code. In other words, you could have an infographic that talks about knee injuries or the differences in headaches from cervicogenic to migraine to cluster headaches. And on that, if they wanted to learn more about what your treatment options are in your practice about headaches, scan the QR code. So it's a great way in which you can do that. Number two is simply directions. If you have a physical clinic location, it's a great way to take a QR code to make it so people can actually find your practice easier, especially depending if you're, in a difficult place to find. Number three is patients surveys. So patients are a great resource to help you learn about you, your staff, and your practice. So if you want to ask them some questions such as, what are some questions that you would like us to answer via a video? I talk all the time about doing weekly wellness shows. That's a weekly video series that you do every Wednesday, like we go live every Tuesday. They're going to tell you what they want as a question answered. And then you send them a form to have the content for the ideas. So it's just a great way in which you can use the QR code to ask for them to be able to assess the questions. And then the calendar. Do you have hosts of events or webinars? You can quickly connect a patient to your event with the QR code. You can even link the code to a calendar invite so the patient instantly adds their event to the calendar, increasing the attendance of that event. Number five is connect to social media. So as a physical or digital clinic, use a QR code to instantly connect the patient with your social media profile. So instead of following us at where the patient must find you, make sure it's really easy for them to find you by just simply scanning the QR code. Number six, coupons, discounts, or memberships. Entice patients to scan for a discount of some sort. You can also use them as a lead magnet, requiring them to sign up for your newsletter or provide the phone number to get the deal. So it depends on what you have. I don't like us cheapening our professions at all, but if there is something that you would like, if you have an ancillary service in the practice and they want to get a code, if you wish, Or if you have a membership model to your practice, which we're starting to implement for some practices, it would be great for you to check that out. And it uses the the QR code. Number 7 would be e-commerce ideas. So include a QR code with a dynamic link if every month you want to offer a different supplement of the month, like I spoke about earlier. And then Linktree. A Linktree or other link grouping services on a landing page where you can send a patient to more than in one place. So think of it as bringing your customer to a fork in the road and pointing the sign that labels each turn. Do they want to go to your social media, or do they want to learn more about this service or join your newsletter? The patient decides which road to take. So when they click on the QR code, it takes them to the Linktree, which is you have all of these different links to learn about the services. It basically is a mini website. And then scan to pay. Clinics can use QR codes to allow patients to pay for a product or a service. You can also use it for your massage therapist to give them a tip. You can also use it to purchase within your membership program. And then finally, number 10, branded swag. If you ever give away company swag, include a subtle QR code on the item. Choose wisely where you want it to go. This increases your chances of the patient connecting with you again. So remember your purpose with the QR code. As you develop this QR code, where will you put it? What will it link to, and what will be its strategy behind it? It's important to hop on this trend right now with good intentions behind it. So consider what you can do as your call to action. And think of a QR code as another way for people to connect with you. With patients, practices today have a great opportunity to build a brand recognition and brand loyalty. And finally, QR code stands not to replace what you are currently doing, but to enhance it. Use this simple tool to strengthen your marketing today. Again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. I really want to thank you for joining me on another marketing insight with you. If you have any questions, drop it below, especially enter the word QR code. I'll get back to you with that if you're not sure how you can implement it in your practice. So again, if you are a private practice healthcare professional, you're looking for ways to implement QR codes or other types of marketing aspects, or you're looking to grow and scale your practice, by all means, please enter the comments below. Anywhere on this page, there may be a form to fill out. Just connect with us there. We will do our very best to help you and your team have success on so many levels. Thank you again for your time today. We will be in touch next week. Take care for now.